I hate this situation. I don't hate many things. I don't hate many things in life. Hate is a very strong word, right? But I hate the fact...
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
This is a big problem for me. All right, Clash of Worlds is exactly what I thought that it was going to be. It's somewhat concerning, and if you haven't watched Daniel's Clash of Worlds video yet, you know, he goes over how to get the trophies, how to win. It's very similar to the global championship system on Hero Wars Mobile. Very similar, even down to the division names. You know, it's international competition, and the big concern that everybody has is the time that it's going to take to do all of this, right? It's going to take 2 days, and the season is 12 weeks long. Like, oh my gosh. But that's okay. That's okay. Clash of Worlds Merchant is actually live. 20 for Iris, 20 for Amira. Is Amira and Iris impactful? I don't know. The question that people keep asking me today, again, for some reason, will Amira and Iris show up in the traditional 50? I'm sorry, the daily heroic chest. Will they ever show up in the heroic chest? I don't think so. I don't think that Iris and Amira will ever show up in their daily heroic chest. And what's more, I don't believe that Iris or Amira will ever show up in the 50 or 100 Soulstone boxes either. And the reason why I think this is the case is they're trying to increase, for whatever reason, they're trying to increase the rarity or uniqueness of these heroes. Much like Jet, you can never buy Jet Soulstones. You can't get Jet anywhere aside from the Soul Shop with Soul Coins, or an occasional skin event, right? There was the Jet's romantic skin that lets you get some Jet Soul Stones. We have these Cosmetic Rewards. Okay, looking at the Cosmetic Rewards here, I guess I can go ahead and zoom in here. Looking at the Cosmetic Rewards, the 4 trophies, I'm sorry, the 4 avatars and the avatar frames, some of them are cool. Like, the avatar frames are cool, but I guess, like, the really high-end players care about, I don't know, like, I care about them, but I don't care about them. And the average player shouldn't care about them either. They're cosmetic items. Now, you can say what you will about Fortnite making millions and millions of dollars buying skins, but these are not Fortnite skins. These are not Apex Legends skins. These are not Call of Duty cosmetics. These are frames and avatars, right? Like a 64 by 64 pixel piece of art. Just, you know, it's whatever. And then Iris and Amira. And then the only thing that really matters in the elemental spirits here, you have to have the Clash of Worlds trophies in order to level up the darkness and light totem. What the Clash of Worlds is, everybody can join. Everybody that's in a silver and gold league can join, right? Everybody. But this is really for the really high-end players. The top 3 to 5 guilds on every server. If you don't pay attention to this, then you're going to start to, you know, see yourself slipping in this completely arbitrary season, completely nonsensical season. Consider this. And this same conversation is the same conversation that we're going to have about Kyros, Morts, and the other 2 the 2 Light Titans, which I can never pronounce their names correctly. We are struggling. The average player is struggling to level up our existing totems. I'm struggling to level up my existing Earth totem. Without a doubt, those teams that are able to utilize 2 totems are going to be slightly ahead of those teams that have 1 totem, right? I mean, having 2 totems, as powerful as they are, it's going to be incredibly impactful. But if you can wrap your head around this situation in a way to consider that it's just one more thing that you have to work on that you haven't been able to start working on yet because you're currently working on other things. And what I mean by that is, take my list of heroes, for example. I'm currently working on Dorian. Okay, I'm currently working on Dorian. Let's say, for the sake of this conversation right here, that I'm trying to work on Heidi next, okay? Or Marcus, or whatever. Insert your next hero here, okay? I might as well have 0 Heidi right now. I might as well have 0 tidy soulstones right now because I'm working on Dorian, right? All of my effort is going into Dorian. So I say all that to say this. It is not a big deal if your guild doesn't just jump into the deep end with this Clash of Worlds. It's not a big deal. It's not. You can level up your darkness and light totems alongside your earth, fire, and water totems if you are competitive, if you are doing this day in and day out. But do not let this rip your guild apart. Do not let this cause you any strife or personal concern or, you know, spending money on that credit card. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I hate this situation. I don't hate many things. I don't hate many things in life. Hate is a very strong word, right? But I hate the fact that they are adding such a time-intensive thing into the game. And the only reward is this manufactured additional thing that might as well just be another hero that we have to unlock, that we have to summon and level up, that we'll get to eventually. And we think that we need it right now, but we don't need it right now. The people with 1 million hero teams, the people with 700k Titan teams, those players need it right now. We don't need it right now. Somebody called me an elitist because I talk down to people that spend. That's not the case. That is not the case here whatsoever. If you want to spend, if you want to go crazy and your guild is just, you know, that type of guild that wants to be super competitive on this leaderboard, I'm not saying that we will ever be competitive with these guilds, right? We're just not, right? There's people in our guild that will be individually, but we're not going to be. Okay, so treat it like just the next thing that you have to get to eventually, and you will not lose sleep over it. If you're going to lose sleep over this, guys, it's just a game. You don't have to be mad. It's just a game. It's just a game. I do not like that the rewards are a manufactured new thing. I do not like it. I'd argue newish people who haven't put much investment in Titans yet need it now too. So the resource you would have wasted on Mario or something can go into Dark Light. In a way, yes. I mean, technically on paper, sure. But the thing is I've barely invested anything aside from gold into my bottom Titans, right? I guess you could argue that I shouldn't have leveled up Moloch, but you need the tanks to be good in the dungeon. So I would have leveled up Moloch anyway. I've been playing for 3 years on this account, and I've barely touched most of my, the bottom third of my Titans I've barely touched. I've barely touched them. So that's, while it's a good argument on paper, CCG, it's not valid in my opinion. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think this is just going to complicate new players' day more than anything.